What is up, guys? Boris here, coming to you guys with a walkthrough of the brand new Zero Stamina Jinbei and the Sun Pirates Training Island. Now this one just came out last night and I ended up doing it today on stream. So here it is. This is my run from stream where I ended up completing it. And let me go ahead and start saying a couple things before I start. Now this dream team obviously is amazing. This Stronghold Ace is really cool. And up to pretty much room 15, you really don't need to use any special. You can just rely on just your normal orbs and attacks. And so that's why we went ahead and started here, where you want to go ahead and use a Stronghold Ace special to do some damage to the guys in the back. Now, I did mess up a little bit in the prior rooms, just take a little more damage than I want to. So I don't have enough HP to one-shot these guys. Normally, if you have a decent amount of HP, you can go ahead and actually take them all out in the back with a Stronghold Ace special. But in this case, I didn't, and as you see, they don't really do that much damage, so it doesn't really matter as long as you can tank a hit or two. So Hog back here is going to put up a 99 turn shield, as you saw on the first turn, so you can't really take him out. But after that, he will berserk his entire team, which is really annoying. But again, they don't do that much damage. So let's go ahead and attack him little by little, and I mean, yeah, as you see there, he goes down in 2 turns pretty easily. And this is where the forest sort of officially starts. Now, with that being said, let me do a couple of other things. This is one of the easier training forests. This is the same difficulty as Stronghold Ace and as NL. NL is definitely way tougher than this in my opinion, but I'd probably put this right beside Stronghold Ace in terms of difficulty. So I think a lot of teams are going to be able to clear it. Now, obviously, the strategy with our team is to stall. So that's going to be the plan. You're going to see a lot of stalling in this again. And so in this room, as you saw there, I don't want to use my specials right away. I want to make sure to get rid of those bother orbs, and then once I get rid of those bother orbs, I can go ahead and use Marco plus Zephyr plus Heracles plus Stronghold Ace. Remember to use Ace first though to lock your orbs, and in this case I actually yeah, this is such a bad run for the first couple rooms. I didn't use Ace first. So what this means is that I have to rely on some orbs next turn, and I even have Heracles. Oh, that's why I didn't do it, because I had Heracles. Yeah, so I was like, it didn't matter if I used it or not. However, you'll see here, look at all this damage, man. It's so much damage. So attack here and attack there and just instantly one-shot all those guys. This is what I'm saying. These guys don't really have that much HP. They're not too tough. So I'm just going to go ahead and stall on Namule here. And again, like anytime you're stalling with Stronghold Ace, the key turn is number 18, because that's when you have your Marco, and in my case, my Ace, since my Ace is missing 1 skill up. So 18 is the key turn for me, and thankfully, because this is a lower difficulty island, these guys don't do as much damage, so I can easily tank it and go ahead and heal. Quick note though, I almost forgot to mention, the reason I don't take those meat orbs early on is because I don't want to heal too much. Otherwise, I end up doing a lot of damage to Robin, and Robin below 20% will do a lot more damage. So I try to just stay around somewhere around looks right now I'm at 35k. You'll probably be a little bit higher than that. So you just want to be careful overall. Robin will be the person that we stall on in this room, so make sure not to kill her. And sometimes the cooldowns with these guys can be pretty annoying. I think one run we got Chopper, Brooke, and Frankie all at 1 turn. So just be careful, and it doesn't really matter. The one thing that you really have to be careful though of is make sure that make sure that you don't kill Frankie before you pretty much what happens is when you take out Frankie, he'll deal some damage to you, so he'll deal about 4,000 something, 4,800, and then he'll change all your orbs to red and bomb orbs. So don't take him out if you want to make sure you have orbs for the next turn. Essentially what I'm trying to say is make sure you can take out Brooke and Chopper first, in my opinion. Try to take out Chopper first, then Brooke, and then what's his name, Frankie. Now as you'll see here, I go ahead and take them all out in 1 turn, so it's not that big of a deal, but just be careful. Just remember that Frankie will do something after he dies. And then once you take those 3 out, just stall on Robin. Try not to get her below 20, like I said earlier, because she'll deal a lot more damage. And yeah, that's it for this room. Pretty easy. I'll see you guys in the next room. Okay, so with Robin down, we now are facing the other half of the 3D2Y Straw Hats. Now, as you'll notice, Usopp will get a targeting buff on him, so we have to take him out first. And as you see, I have all one-turn cooldowns on these guys, so I got pretty unlucky RNG there. But as you're going to notice, it doesn't really matter. Now, the person we're going to stall on this floor, I think, is going to be Sanji. And yeah, so it's not that big of a deal. Same thing as always, you know, go ahead and use your specials. First turn, I'm going to want to take out Usopp and Nami, because I think Nami does something on her first turn if you let her attack you. And then you could potentially hit Zoro with Usopp, but I think below 50 Zoro will do more damage, so you want to be careful there. And I think I actually end up just leaving him alone, take a hit from him. It's only 4,000, it's not that much. And then next turn, take him out. Make sure you don't get him in that range where you're going to deal extra damage. And then once you do that, we're going to stall on Sanji. Now, Sanji below 50% will do more damage, and then he'll shuffle your orbs, give you some bad orbs. So I try to keep him above 50% at all times. I'm not sure if it's under 50s every turn or just once, but still, no need to take extra damage, right? So just keep him above 50% until the cycle where you're ready to take him out. Get your specials ready for the next room, and you should be good to go. So I'll see you guys in room 19. Okay, so room 19, this is where it sort of starts to get difficult. You see Rayleigh here. What he'll do is he'll shuffle your orbs, and he'll cut your HP by a little bit. Really, as you see here, I got a bother orb. So what I decided to go ahead and do is, again, just Usopp here, and then just go ahead, like, remember in the Ivankov room, here I'm just going to go ahead and attack, and wait out one turn before I use my specials. Now, if you are worried about your HP, one thing you can do is go ahead and use Marco here on the first turn. Which is probably better. Just go ahead and use Marco on the first turn. You'll still get the orb boost next turn, and that should be enough to take both of those guys out either way. But I didn't really think about that too much, so I just went ahead and used it this turn. But you could definitely use Marco on the first turn. And we're gonna stall on Jinbei, so take out Luffy, Rayleigh, both of those pretty easy. Again, this is why you can see why this is a lower difficulty. There's only 3 guys on 19th room. Normally there's 5 guys, so I mean it's a lot easier. Rayleigh and Luffy go down super fast, and then that leaves you with Jinbei. Now Jinbei is gonna hit for a lot each turn. Really, it's just like any other forest. Try to get as many meat orbs as you can. Try to get as many hits in as you can from Jinbei, and then once you pretty much can't take another hit, or once you get your special ready, then you go ahead and take out Jinbei. Now you could use Usopp to get some more turns, but you actually can use Usopp on the last floor on the main boss. So I recommend holding on to your Usopp special until then. So with that said, just try to again tank as many hits from Jinbei as you can, and then once you're ready to go, move on to the next floor. And yeah, so I'll see you guys once we get to the final boss. Good luck up to this part. Okay, time for the final boss. Now we got Legend Jinbei. He is pretty annoying because he has a ton of HP, man. He has, I think, somewhere close to 4 million. I think 3 point something million. Normally that's not too bad. You might say, well, that's not not the worst, but he has a combo shield every single turn. You can switch between good, great, and perfect. It cycles just like that. So keep in mind that when it's good, you're gonna do less damage than when it's perfect because of your chain. So keep that in mind for the future. That'll come in handy when we get to the end. We want to burst him down. But for now, just pretty much do as much damage as you can until you can take a hit from, until you can't take any more hits from this Jinbei, and then you want to Marco up. So as you see here, I knew exactly he does around 18,300, somewhere around there. So I knew that I would be able to tank one of his hits after the 1,000 from my auto recovery. And so at that point, now I know I need to use Marco. The only real strategy to this, not really strategy, but if you can try to get an orb on the turn you use Marco, that would be awesome, especially yellow orb, and just do a lot of damage. That would really help. In this case, I have a blue orb on Usopp. It's not the worst, but try to take advantage of this Marco orb boost. As you can see, like, I'm doing almost no damage, but that's the whole name of the game here, is to whittle him down slowly until you have to burst him down. And so you see here he cycles between, like I said, good, great, and perfect. You have to hit 3 of each before you can even damage him. And this really just comes down to, hopefully, your goods, greats, and perfects are on point. That's the only thing I can say. The first run of the day, first run of this dungeon period, we got him down to like 1% because we messed up at the very end. And I think this ended up being our 3rd run. So I didn't want to fail once again. I did not want to fail just like I did last time. So I wanted to make sure that my goods, greats, and perfects were as good as they could be. And thankfully, they ended up doing pretty well this run. So you see here, I'm just going to keep attacking him, keep whittling him down. I believe below 50%, he puts up a defense buff if he attacks. So the trick here is to get him as close to 50. And then once you get him close to 50, go ahead and use Usopp to delay him. Then you're going to have 5 turns to take him out. And 2 of those turns will be your combo, which is going to be Zephyr, Heracles, and Ace, right? And then the next turn after that, you can use Ace to have matching orbs for a 3rd turn, but it won't have the Zephyr buff anymore. However, you're going to want to save that, that stall until you get to the Great Shield. Because that way you can do, the first turn is going to be with Great, second turn is going to be with the Perfect Shield. When you do a Great Shield and a Perfect, well, let's say when you use the Perfect Shield, you have to hit Perfects. That means your chain is going to be higher than when you have to do Goods. Since Goods don't increase your chain, I believe, and then Perfects increase it by 0.3. And Goods increase, and Great increase it by 0.1, I believe. So that's pretty much the main strategy to this fight, is get him as close to 50. You see here, I got him pretty close to 50. And then, yeah, after that, you're going to see here, and I'm going to use Usopp, since I can't take another hit. And at this point, I know I could burst here, but I want to wait until the Great. If I burst here, I'm going to have 1 turn of Perfect Burst and 1 turn of Burst with the Good Shield. I'd rather just have 1 turn of Burst with the Great, and then 1 turn, 1 turn with the Great and then 1 turn with the Perfect. It's going to do more damage overall. And yeah, if as long as you hit all your as long as you hit your Goods, Greats, and your Perfects as well as you can, you should do it. So that has been my walkthrough of the Jinbei Zero Stamina. Let me know how it's going for you guys. Keep in mind that I do, obviously most of my team is max skill. I think my Ace is missing 1 skill up, and I think my friend Ace was missing 2. So take that as you will. And then, of course, I do have the level 5 auto recovery, means we recover 1,000 a turn. Highly recommend you try to get that before attempting this. It will really help out. And other than that, yeah, just if you can get some damage reduction, that would really help. Even 3% would help. Maybe stall an extra 2 turns or whatever. But overall, you see here, like I said, this is the Great turn. So here's where I want to go and do Burst. And then go ahead and do the next Perfect. So as to what the Jinbei ship does, the Jinbei ship, the Sun Pirate ship, it will boost the attack and HP of fighters. So finally, fighters, you'd think that 2 years into the game, one of the first classes would get their own ship, and yeah, it's about time. So get those F captains ready at Kappa. But no, the fighter ship increases HP and attack up to 1.5. It depends on the number of fighters on your team, I believe. So if you have a full team of fighters, it should give a 1.5 attack and a 1.5 HP, which is pretty ridiculous considering if you have a Legend Jinbei, like, I think he already boosts HP by 1.5. So you're gonna have like 3 1.5 boosts. On top of that, you can use it with other teams. I think we made a blue fighter team that you can use, like with Boa and Marco. Rob Lucci team with like 3D2 White Sanji, Marco. Who else? There were a couple other good ones in there. You could use Garp, and there was a good purple one, I think. But Yeah. Oh, Nightmare Luffy. Yeah, Nightmare Luffy. So you can make some cool teams with that ship. Definitely an awesome one. Yeah, I don't know. I'll be sort of. I'm not sure if I'll work on that one or the Impact ship after I finish the Red Force. So there you go. That's Jinbei Zero Stamina. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And yeah, I'll leave you guys with the picture of the ship. And until next time, thanks for watching.